no good. You need somebody else up here to answer these questions. Yeah. What are the last things that he said? Got a new line of work. It's just, I think, I never even thought it didn't matter. I mean, he's just implying, okay, we'll scam. We'll do, anything. He's irrepressible. He cannot stop thinking other ways. He never learns. Certain people never learn. And I'm afraid, he didn't. Sorry about that. Not a good answer. Oh!
Out of all of your movies, my personal favorite is Brazil. I'm not sure that you or anyone else will ever make a better movie than Brazil. But I have to ask, there are certain segments of that movie where literally the entire frame is filled up with ducks and hoses and stuff. What's the obsession with the ducks in the movie? You like ducks?
Yeah, I think it was the old Groucho Marx thing, why a duck? He always had a line about why. Ducks. I've always been intrigued by what goes on behind the scenes, and we, particularly America, more than a lot of other places, is a more modern country, so pipes and all those things are normally hidden in the house. And in England, I remember when I first came to England, you'd see these beautiful Regency buildings with beautiful cornices and moldings, and because those buildings were built without proper bathrooms, now new bathrooms have been put in, and this horrible pipe would be stuck to the wall outside the building, and it smashed its way down through all this beautiful plasterwork. And it started obsessing me about the needs of our needs, piping things into our lives and piping things out of our lives. And so that's where the ducks started. And I remember when we were beginning work on it, and the art department would bring in ducks this size. I said, no. And then they bring one that size. No. And we eventually got to like this. There was so much effluence to move through this. I don't want to, because this is Georgia, we can't speak, we can't say shit. It's a little class. Oh, sorry. I know. I always lower the tone to come to these very, very high-toned meetings like this. I think that word did it. So it became that obsession about how things work. And I remember we were in Chicago promoting the film. That call, it's destiny calling here. This is it. It could be Good Omens money.
Yes,
it's it.
It's Hollywood calling.
There we go. And who is it?
It's Hollywood.
It is? No. Okay. We'll just wait.
Yes. Hello, Jackson Public of the Venture Brothers. I'm on the stage with Terry Gilliam.
Don't believe a word he says. We're busy. If we're listening, they find me fascinating. There was something else I was going to say about ducks.
You got an anecdote now.
I know. What was it about? Oh no, it was with this. That's what I was in Chicago promoting the film, and I was in a lecture hall, a big crowd of students there at the university, and it was a sleek, a modern one. It was so sleek. And I said, "Don't you ever think of what's behind those panels?" Above you, below you, there's stuff pumping information, stuff around the place, moving water through, moving things out. And don't you think about them? And they really hadn't been thinking about them, which I thought was quite extraordinary. And then they were worried about the explosions. Well, they said, are those terrorist bombs going off? I said, well, they might be, but then they might just be things blowing up. Things go wrong. Things don't work, and they blow up. Ovens go, this is happening all the time. Why do we have to limit what happens? And I walked out, and everybody outside this lecture hall were all standing around just distraught. And because Columbia had gone up, was Columbia, wasn't it? Yeah, and blown up, the space shuttle. It just blown up. Challenger, sorry, thank you. Yeah, no, Columbine was the other one, sorry. That's what, yeah, sorry. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, they all mixed. Yeah, Challenger. And it blew up. I said, Was that a terrorist attack, or did the things go wrong? It's about things going wrong and learning to accept that and understand that. So I think you have to understand how things get to you. It's like when people, my attitude is, if you eat meat, then you should go to an abattoir to see how that meat is created for you to eat. And I eat meat, and I've been to abattoirs. So it's that, and I just felt, in Brazil, people have become so isolated with the reality of their worlds, that everything was done for them behind walls and ceilings and things, that I wanted to bring it out. Basically bringing the guts on the outside of everything is what I was doing.
Is there anything that goes right in that world in your view?
Things survive. I wouldn't say they go right, but they survive. The ministry survives. And it's here today called Homeland Security. It's something that awful thing I was doing last year, or the year before. I was in Thailand, the last film, The Little... Thank you, ladies and gentlemen! The Little Sea Masterpiece. I actually love that film. Anyway, we had no luck getting any promotion, any marketing, or anything for it. And Amy, my daughter, who was here somewhere, she was running all this stuff then, was insisting that I go out. A week before it opened in New York, there was no posters, there were no ads. She said, you must do something.
I wonder where that idea
you're right. It came from, let's go get to the real heart of the plumbing.
She was the one putting the numbers for you.
The heart of the plumbing, as we say, the duct. Yes, and that's very nice. I'm glad we're exposing all this publicly right now. And so, I got a poster and stuck it on cardboard and wrote on the back of this dirty piece of cardboard, studioless filmmaker, family to support, will direct for food. And then went out on the Daily Show, which queues for about an hour and a half outside, and we started working from the back of it. It's on YouTube for those of you who haven't seen it. And Amy's at the front of the queue with her camera recording it, and I'm with my sign in a plastic cup saying, independent filmmaker, we're not independent, we're dependent. We're dependent on your goodwill. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. Please give generously, please, please, please. And it was fascinating to watch people turn away, because if you're a beggar, people don't want to know. And I thought that was really informative. I was learning as we were doing this. And as we worked up there, there had been a little noise on the web about it happening, and some people started recognizing me, and eventually we managed to get a really good crowd of people, and we got on the web with YouTube, and the film was, I think, well said and successful in New York. So what I was trying to get through to people was, even now with independent films, with small films, not just the big studio films, it's the first weekend that counts. And it was getting people in for that first weekend to keep the film alive in the cinemas. We played, I think, for 5 weeks there. So it works. I think it's really important. The studios make sure you come in there the first week, because that's when they're going to make the maximum money. But the independent films are in the same situation, because exhibitors don't want to hold on to films if there's any doubt. There's really very little time for things to grow on a grassroots level now. So if there's a small and interesting film that you're interested in, get out and get your friends that first weekend to support it. So anyway,
it's so much easier to spread the word now about it.
That's the good thing, and that's where the garden fence and the dirty laundry works.
That is exactly right. And don't forget, you did make about $25 on that line.
Oh, that was great. Oh, that was the best part. At the end of all this thing, to take and count the money as I got into the chauffeur-driven limo to drive away. $25. It's actually more than we made on. There was on Back in the Moon. That was it.
You're welcome.